You guys, don't even get up. Just enjoy your beers. It's gonna be a great meal. Just curious, does anybody know anything about cooking? No pressure, just like cooking a turkey, for example. It says you need some kind of string.
Trusting string.
Don't, Schmidt.
That's a good turkey tip. You got more?
Here's a tip. Don't cook Thanksgiving dinner for 5 people in 14 hours. Here's another tip. Don't ask a guy out on a first date on the least sexy holiday in America.
What are the most sexy?
Good tip. That's Zooey Deschanel. You remember her as Jess in the hit show New Girl. Now, her character didn't seem to know too much about cooking at the time, but in real life, Zooey Deschanel is very passionate about healthy food, good eating, and working to make it more accessible for all of us. That passion inspired her to help create the app, listen to this, guys, Merryfield, I like the name, which aims to make healthier options less expensive. Here's how it works. So you go to the grocery store, you scan your grocery store receipt after shopping, then you get rewards for buying items from Merryfield's dozens of partner brands, which the company has deemed better for you. The app was recently named, and this is a good one, a finalist in Fast Company's 2022 World Changing Ideas Awards. Go, Zooey Deschanel. She joins us here in studio. Number one, I keep saying your name because I love your name, Zoe.
Thank you.
We were talking about it this morning. I think you have one of the coolest names, Zooey Deschanel.
Thank you.
So let's talk about this healthy eating, because I have 2 children. They're grown. They're potty trained and employed. But one thing I think I didn't do well was food. I don't know how to cook. So they were raised on tater tots, fish sticks, Chef Boyardee, not really healthy eating. You say when you were pregnant, you started thinking about this kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was trying to eat really healthy because I felt like a big responsibility. You know?
Yes.
Being pregnant, I was like, oh my gosh, like this food I'm eating, it's like going to the baby. I'm like, what am I gonna do?
Right.
So I was trying to eat healthy. I started looking into everything I was eating. And I found it was difficult to find information. Like, information was really hard to find. And I also found that it was hard to get. It was expensive. You had to go out of your way.
Right.
Like, it wasn't convenient. So that inspired me to I started a company called Let Us Grow.
Yep.
And we do these like farm stands. They're hydroponic systems you can like grow indoors, because I wanted to grow my own food and I'm a terrible gardener. And then after we did that, that was like 20% of your food you can grow at home. But I'm like, what about the other 80% that you have to go to the store for?
Right.
So Merryfield was like the solution to that. I was like,
Merge them both. Yeah.
exactly. I didn't like that I had the access and the means to get healthy food, but that other people didn't. I'm like, what mother doesn't want to give their kids healthy food? What mother doesn't want that to be convenient for her? What mother or father doesn't want that to be affordable and accessible? So Merryfield has been an amazing experience, because we've had so many people reach out to us and say, like, this is the difference between me being able to afford this healthy food for my children, for my family, and not afford it.
Wow.
And so it works like a coupon, but a coupon you have to have at checkout. This
Coupon, you have to like clip it, you gotta go there, you gotta be like, ooh, today it's like,
Yes,
3
it's
for
Monday.
$1, it's
Right,
Monday, like, oh, when does it expire? No, you just buy Merryfield brands with your regular groceries.
Yeah.
You take a picture of your receipt, it scans like the receipt and looks for all the Merryfield brands, which are all vetted, and we have really high standards, so they're all deemed better for you.
And the people don't have to pay for the app.
It's totally free.
free,
The app
yes.
is totally free. You get nothing but rewards.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's just basically a win-win.
So it's after the fact. After you bought it, it comes to
Yeah, you have a week to scan the receipt, and then it just does all the work for you, and you get points. You know how like fun it is when you take a trip on a plane, and you're like, yes, I got like gold status.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
It's like a little victory.
It's victories. Like, I love gamifying healthy eating.
Yeah.
It just really helps it, be fun, and then also it helps it be more accessible to
You know
people.
what? People love New Girl.
Oh.
New Girl. Let's talk about New Girl, because Giselle over there said you helped her get through the pandemic. New Girl.
Thank you.
Klaus said tequila helped him, so they're 2 very different audiences.
Listen, we need all the help we can get.
And if you combine both, it's one hell of an
And it's one
experience.
happy
You can help Klaus
thing.
a little bit later on, but it's taking on a life of its own now on Netflix, that people are rediscovering the show.
Yeah, it's been so wonderful, actually. A lot of people think it's still on the air. I'm like, no, we stopped shooting the show 5 years ago. But it's had a resurgence. It's nice to see that it has longevity and staying power.
And you have a podcast with co-stars where you guys recap the episodes.
Yeah, so Lamorne and Hannah and I have a podcast. it's so fun because the thing I missed most was the camaraderie with, my co-stars
Right.
and, with the writers and everything. So we've been able to do that. We get to see each other on Zoom,
Yes.
play around, have fun, and interview people that we, that we had on the show or came and directed episodes or wrote. So it's been really fun to do that. It's called Welcome to Our Show.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that got you through the pandemic, HGTV got me through the pandemic. Home renovation shows. I am a sucker for them.
Are you familiar with that network? You know anybody?
Open floor plan, Tony. High ceilings is what you're looking for.
I want the Nate house. That's what I want. Your boyfriend of 3 years now, Jonathan Scott, one of the Property Brothers. You guys have spent 2 years living in your own reality TV show, basically. It's not being filmed, it's your life.
Yes.
You remodeled a house together.
We did, yeah.
How'd that go?
It was so much fun. The thing is, he's done like 500 renovations or something, so he's really collaborative, and he has certain things that are really important to him. He's like very, very into all the architectural details and the design and everything. And he kind of there's certain things I'm like, I love decor. I love pillows and fabrics and wallpapers. And he kind of lets me have my little area.
Yeah.
So it's really nice because
He's working out very well.
Yeah.
How many times a day people come up to you and start singing a Katy Perry song? Because they think they're Katy Perry.
It doesn't happen as much anymore, but it used to be like, oh my gosh, people mix us up all the time. And actually, after she had her baby, she asked me to do her video. She had a new song out, and she was like, I don't want to shoot the whole video.
Yeah.
Can you come in?
Do it?
So I did it, and it was really fun.
So
it's fun to be Katie for a
We
day.
appreciate you and looking
Fun to
forward
be Zoe
you.
all the time.
Yeah, in the season 3 of Physical, we're looking forward to seeing you. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
Zooey Deschanel, thank you so
I-
much.